recently somebody said to me, what's the story behind your name? How did they come up with something as thrilling as Jane, as thrilling as Jane, as thrilling as Jane, as thrilling as Jane? And I told them the rather dull story, how my parents wanted something plain. And Mum, she had wanted Susanna, and Dad had complained, oh no, not that name. And he started to sing, oh Susanna, and the bit about banjos and knees. And he'd made such a row and a racket. To stop him, Mum had to agree on something more plain, something like Jane. And then I had a strange encounter with 3 women. They all were called Jane. And I told them the rather dull story of my first name. You'll remember it's Jane. You'll remember it's Jane. You'll remember it's Jane. And the other Janes, they all had stories, similar stories to tell of their names. Every one of us had been called Jane to stop someone complain, not complain about Jane. And everyone's parents had argued quite consistently, not about Janes, and we bonded by sharing our stories and sharing our names. So I hatched the idea of a party just for people called Sally and Jane, 'cause I know a few Sallys and they told me tales of their names not dissimilar to Jane's. Well, you might think that this song's a bit boring. I don't care about Sallys and Janes. Well, in fact, that's precisely the problem with such a dull name. We all feel the same, not the same about Jane. But the party was meant to be special for the so special Sallys and Janes. We had curry and cake and songs and some quizzes and games. And we sang happy birthday to Sallys and Janes again and again and again. And we blew out the candles to honour our names. But it wasn't all thrills and adventures, bonding, chums, lightness and fun, because people who have the same name do not always get on. There was quite a bit of agitation, and not everyone wanted to play. And to be perfectly frank, I was pleased when they all went away. Sally's dog, it did jump on the table, and it licked all the curryish sauce. And the dog and the Sally, they showed very little remorse. The sing-song was not very tuneful because nobody wanted to sing. I think I'd assume that they like it because it's my sort of thing. So if you decide to have a party for people who have the same name, it may or it may not be jolly, but please don't complain. 'Cause I've given you ample clear warnings, because although it seems quirky and fun, it won't help your self-esteem or help others. And now my song's done, been there, done that, done. Is that the end?
That was good.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right, finished! Whoa!